Hey everybody, Jim Stevens here to give you some tips and tricks once you get inside of your VTA electronics app and start watching the streaming TV here. So first of all, if you can see that gray circle, I'm going to move it over here to the three dots on the right hand side. See those three dots? You can do this frequently. But once you're there and you click it, okay, and you can see where it says refresh channels and VOD or refresh the guide or log out. Don't hit log out or you're going to be typing a lot to get yourself back in. But occasionally, if you do the refresh channels and VOD, it's a good thing. As you can see right now, under live TV, over here on the, right there, there's 3,803. It's showing live TV channels. There's on the TV with guide 46,258 viewable selections in the guide, and there's 4,025 video on demand. That's present now. I'm going to come over here again. You can see how the gray circle appears, and I hit that. I'm going to tell it to refresh. We're going to see if the 3,803, 46,258, etc. changes. Confirm, yes, and now you can see it's going to load. Depending on your speed, it may take however long, usually not long. Okay, so now there's 3,860, 46,258, so it doesn't look like much changed. All right, now you can see that the circle, the gray circle, is up in the upper left where the three lines are. So down here is live. Watch as I go back up there. You're going to want to do this if you plan on watching the video on demand. Come all the way down now, and so you can see where it gets down here into settings. Player selection. Now notice I went from the gray dot down into player selection. Okay, and you can see I have selected the VLC player. And once you've done that, then come on down to where it says Save Changes. Settings saved. Then you can go back. Okay, now if you don't already have the VLC on your Fire Stick or on your device, once you've selected it, because as you can see, you can select it here, but if you don't have it on your device or on your Fire Stick, it isn't there. It's just going to try and use it. The good news is, as soon as you go to watch anything, remember to come all the way down to saving your changes, and then you can use either the backup key on the remote, or you can go back, and you can set the other stuff on here if you want. Especially in your 24-hour trial, it's not necessary. I'm using the back key now to go to live TV, because the next thing I want to show you under live TV, now you can see all these different options. There's all 24/7 channels, there's USA local channels, there's UK TV, USA TV, etc. But notice in my favorites, it's showing I've got 58 favorites. Well, what does that look like? There they all are. Okay, how did I get them in there? I'm going to show you. It's the coolest thing. And believe it or not, I actually had to ask. Normally I just find stuff, I'll push the buttons and pull the knobs long enough to come up with something. But here's how it works. Under live TV, if you want, start with all. And as I'm going down, and I get into, there's some of the 24/7s. Like I like Alias. So all I have to do, I'm on it, and I could just start watching it as I'm doing, right? All I did was hit it and go. But now watch this. If I press and hold, I'm pressing and holding the center disc on my remote control. I can push down, add to favorites. Now notice the star. This is so cool, because otherwise, in order to get back to a channel you want to see, so I'm just going to hold this thing down, right, and go zipping along until I get to something else I want to see. That could take you forever. But here's one, Billions. We like that. It's in the 24 section, 7 section. Notice it's starred. I have that in my favorites, and that's how I know I do. Okay, and then if I come over here and I want to get into my local channels, okay, the ABCs, and you can see you can go through all the time zones. Boston, you know, I have East Coast Boston is in my favorites. USA channel, ABC, and it happens to be channel 5, WCVB, and Boston is one of my favorites, so that I can watch something on ABC in the East Coast time zone if I want. I've also got New York, and I've got Los Angeles saved in my favorites. Okay, so that's it. That's really kind of all the tips and tricks. The VLC viewer, very important if you're going to watch any of the video on demands. And under the VOD, video on demand, it has its own favorites section. Something I want to show you there. Once a movie is no longer in the new release, the posters go away. The movie goes away. It's been moved down into action or down into some other category in the listing. But if you've saved a new release, it'll only show up here with a poster and be available. And if you try and play it, it just sits there and goes hunt, hunt, hunt. And if I tell it to play, it's just going to tell me, sorry, it's not there. And they eventually fall out of your favorites. You know, it'll fall out of here. But anyway, so that's it. Just a quick little tips and tricks. The main thing is to set the VLC viewer player so that you can play the video on demand. Otherwise, you're going to get an error message because the VODs are all set up only to play on the VOD, on the VLC viewer. All right, so with that, enjoy your either your 24-hour trial, or if you just jumped right in, which is what we did, because I already knew this is the deal. Then enjoy, and we'll see you on the other side. Bye.